A wedding is an auspicious occasion for every couple, but just like any other event, things would sometimes go out of your control that can potentially ruin the event of a lifetime. How can you pivot and prevent yourself from stressing out on these matters? Tune into this episode as Maria Romano shares her secrets to avoiding controversy on your wedding day.
Hello, Maria Romano here from True Love Knots, coming to you from the wedding capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Let me tell you, folks, it's hot. It is September and it's still hot out here. So the topic today is I would like to just share with you drama that occurs during wedding ceremonies or pre-wedding ceremonies. So for example, maybe you have somebody in your bridal party, you're getting married, and they're high maintenance, okay? Or maybe you have friends or family that's pressuring you to make sure that you invite everybody, right? Including kids, and you don't really want to do that. So I'm going to share with you some information about how to handle drama so you can enjoy your wedding ceremony as stress-free as possible. You see, as you know, I have been involved in the wedding industry for 11 years, and I'm also on the board of directors for the Las Vegas Wedding Chamber of Commerce. And through the years, I've performed close to 4,000 wedding ceremonies. Let me tell you something. There's always sometimes a little bit of drama. I mean, most weddings go off without a hitch, but however, there's always something that leads up to, which causes somebody's top to blow, right? And usually you can tell because when the couple comes through the door to the chapel to where the venue is at, you can tell that the bride might be a little flustered or the groom could be a little flustered. As a matter of fact, I'll never forget, I was down in Cabo and my dear friend Stephanie and Nico were getting married. Now we're going back 11 years ago and we were at this fabulous resort hotel. She had a special wedding ceremony. I can't remember the name of it right now. And she found out 2 days beforehand, and there were no children, that her future brother-in-law was bringing his daughter. And she was not very happy, my dear friend. And I can't blame her because it was no kids. But you know what? That was, it was important to the couple because they didn't have anybody that they felt comfortable with. And since it was a immediate family, it went off without a hitch. Now, not every ceremony goes off like that. And not everybody handles everything at ease. I mean, my dear friend Stephanie, she just, she's the type of person, she'll just chalk it up and move on. However, not everybody's that easy, that easygoing. And it just depends what's going on in your life. So for example, I had somebody come to me and tell me they were getting ready to put together their guest list, and their parents wanted to make sure that they invited all the kids and grandkids. And, she was really upset by that. And that's where you have to then take a stand. And sometimes you're going to have family members feel like that, their nose is going to be a little bit out of joint. But you know what? It's okay. It's your wedding. Your wedding. Remember that. The most stress that occurs from planning a wedding, the stress actually stimulates from the couple's parents, just so that you know. So parents, if you're out there, stop stressing your kids. If they want to get married and if they don't want to invite anybody, but maybe their pets, let them do so. It's their wedding. It's not your wedding. It's their wedding. And there's a way you can definitely sit down with your parents. Don't yell at them. Don't text back. Don't email back. If you're not face to face with them, maybe you can set up a virtual call. Or if you do set up a phone call, make sure you have control of your voice and your inflection. So for example, let's say we have your mom is upset because you're not inviting your sister's kids, your cousin's kids, so on and so forth. And you can pick up the phone and say, you know what, Mom, I thoroughly understand how you feel. You want to be inclusive, and I want to include everybody as well. But you know what? It's just not possible. First of all, the venue is not exactly big enough and able to handle the amount of people. We've had to cut our guest list back to begin with. And number two is, you know what? I want my family and friends to come and not have to worry about their children. I want them to come and have a good time and celebrate with us and get the best experience as well, so that they can experience the actual wedding ceremony. They can experience the cocktail hour and the reception without having to worry about babysitting. So, that's my decision. I know it might not be something that you agree, but understand, you know what? I love you. I love you, but please, this is my wedding. And if you want me to call them and explain to them why, I'll be more than happy to. Because sometimes your parents might feel you're putting the onus on them. So just, you know what, put on your big girl pants, the big boy pants, and pick up the phone, or go and meet with whomever is having issues, because number one, you can't bring children. And, if you're flying too, and nowadays, because of COVID and so on and so forth, do you really want to risk taking your children someplace right now? Especially children are not vaccinated. So, you want to keep them safe. So make other arrangements, leave your children home. If the wedding definitely states no children. Now, there could be some exceptions if there is a bridal party with maybe a child involved, or you can limit to only children that are maybe 13 and above. And that might be another way. But therefore, you want your guests to have a good experience. And I have to tell you, as a wedding officiant, how many times I've performed wedding ceremonies and there are children in the there as guests, and they get a little unruly, and it's not fair to the guests around them, because they can't hear me, they can't hear the couple, they can't get the best experience. So think about it when you're having children. Now let's move from children now to drama, right? Drama that happens within a wedding party. It happens. Okay, there's always somebody that's the diva other than the bride. So remember, even as it's your wedding day, there's no reason for you to act like a diva. All right. There is no reason to act like that. Or if you're a guy, there's no reason for you to act like it's all about you, because you have to be grateful and thankful that you have people that want to participate and partake in your wedding, nuptials, and be part of your wedding, your bridal party. It's an honor. But remember, they're taking the time, they're spending the money, and they're going to be there with you to celebrate. So be thankful for that. So don't start making any demands. When you start making demands, you're going to have some resistance. Remember that. Always tell them, I am so thankful that you're here to be part of this special day. I'm so thankful that you were able to take the time, and thank them for that. And of course, if you can give them a great gift, fine. But I know that I performed a wedding ceremony not too long ago, and the bride was very taken back, because she had a bridesmaid that was just a little I could say she felt it was all about her. She was upset because of the way her gown looked, and she was upset because she had to wear a mask walking down the aisle. And I had to pull her aside, and I had to tell her, you know what? This is so-and-so's special day. And if you don't wear a mask, then I'm going to have to stop the ceremony. And do you really want to be the cause of me stopping a ceremony? Because it's hard to recover from that. And that's how I was able to get her to understand, I really better just stop acting, like a child, acting petulant, and recognizing that it's not my day, it's the bride and groom's day, or the bride and bride, or the groom and groom. So, if you are one of the people in a bridal party and you're starting to throw a hissy fit, then maybe you should think about being in the bridal party. Maybe it's just not for you. Maybe you just don't have the type of personality that you want to be able to follow certain rules and certain orders of how things are done. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And maybe you need to tell whoever asked you to be in the bridal party beforehand that you're really not great with following things, and you really prefer to come as just a guest. There's nothing wrong with that. You know why? Because you want to avoid drama. And again, drama is something bad enough usually that couples will have their parents that are really expecting them to do certain things and putting a lot of pressure on them, but they don't need to have the bridal party do the same. The bridal party should be an asset, should be people that the couple looks to enjoy, because they want to have those people in their life for many, many years. And of course, you want to have your parents for many, many years as well. So these are just a couple of things that happen around weddings and drama. And I hope that you found this video and this podcast valuable. And if you have any stories that you'd like to share about wedding drama, please drop me a note. And in the meantime, don't forget that I have a wedding officiant course that I teach about 4 times a year. The doors are opening up in a couple of weeks, and they're closing in October, because I will not be teaching my course until the first part of 2022. So if you're looking to officiate a wedding ceremony, you want to rock it, please check out my website, True Love Knots, and it's knots.com. It'll be in the show notes. In the meantime, for those of you that are getting married, enjoy every step of the way. Enjoy the process of planning. You have people help you if you can hire the right people to help you do so. And if not, just make sure you take a deep breath, because it's your special day and you want to be able to enjoy that special day. And for those of you that are helping couples, you are part of the bridal party, be there to help them. Be an asset. Be an asset. Don't be a liability. So, my dear friends, continue to stay healthy, happy, and safe, and always spread love.